Hi, hello. Oh man, this is dumb. This is stupid. Okay, so first, hi, Chris. Hello. I see Chris. Chris says, "Welcome to sponsored by Marlboro and Chris." No, it's not Marlboro. Yes, by Chris. Yeah, this stream is sponsored by Chris. I helped get this game by paying Rick 14 bucks last month, and now it's here. Chances, what the fuck? Chip says, hey Ricky, time for us to place it to the ground. Oh no. Burns to the ground? Shmup says, what's up, Broseph? Hey, it's all good. Stripeback, hi. Stripeback says, hey guys. And Chris says, hi. And Zach says, play this. Okay.
Smoke weed every day.
Perfect, thank you. Chen says, okay. Hi. And Chris did weird emotes. RC Hard Lover, hello, hi. Who says, And Chabara, hi. Chabara says smoking is bad, okay? It is bad. Regina says, hello, hi. So, I guess I need to explain this. A few weeks ago, apparently we were looking... I don't even remember how it happened, but... we were talking about weird DS games, I think, maybe? And did Chris? I think Chris actually brought up this game, My Smoking Coach, for DS, as one of the weird games for the DS. And then he just suggested, like, hey, let's just buy it. And I just found it so weird that I just said, yeah, sure, why not? So I bought it, and I own it, and it's here, and I'm gonna play it, because I have no idea what this is about. But yeah, this is the box for the game. Oh man, this is so stupid. Toad, hi, thanks for dropping by. Toad says, there's only one good thing you should be smoking. And then bear emotes and winky things. I see what's going on there. But yeah, so basically this is the culmination of my policy of, if you buy me a game, I will play it on stream. So, yeah. This is just me being a nice person. Zach says, smoke salmon. Salmon? Well, just because you're a bear, it doesn't mean... Whatever. But yeah. So, I have no idea how long this is gonna be, because I really don't know if I'm gonna get anything out of this. So I'm just gonna see what... let's see what happens. Chris says, this method is considered the worst way to stop smoking. It says you can continue to smoke even while playing it. Oh man, we have to check this out. So yeah, this is gonna be wild. This is gonna be wild. So let's go. I'll see which screen this uses the most. Oh man, look, it even has like the whole Ubisoft intro, man. Ubisoft presents. It doesn't need this kind of intro. Okay. Hi. My stop smoking coach with Alan Carr. Okay, so this is stream number 420. You know, 420. And I just found it would be funny to do it now. Okay, options. What's in options? What options can this game have? Oh, just language and credits. Okay, never mind. So, new session, whatever this is. Oh boy. Introduction. This is like unplayed. This cartridge seems untouched. Hello, I'm Alan Carr, the world's leading expert on stopping smoking. I have a global network of... Is this an ad? Stop smoking clinics, and my best-selling book, The Easy Way to Stop Smoking, has been published in 50 countries and has sold over 9 million copies. My method has spread all over the world for one reason alone, because it works. Look, there's even one dot in Mexico, that's funny. The method is known as Easy Way, and it can enable any smoker to quit immediately, painlessly, and permanently while actually enjoying the process. What? Shmup says perfection. Chris says Ubisoft is proud of this. They are happy to make this. Don't worry, we won't be lecturing you about health. You already know it's killing you. What? What? It was such a revelation that I was instantly free of my addiction. Sir Anthony Hopkins! What? What? I'm pleased to say that it worked for many of my friends and my staff, Sir Richard Branson. What the fuck? We will focus on why you smoke and remove the fears of stopping. This is just gonna be a one-time thing though. I am not playing this again. Oh, what? Thanks for the follow, RC. I'm just gonna remove this. We don't need this. RC says lol. Shmup says he's not wrong though. You already know it's killing you. By the way, if you're a smoker and you feel like having a cigarette, go ahead. Really? There you go. Man, one of the great advantages of Easy Way is that you can continue to smoke while going through the process of stopping. What the fuck? Sure, whatever you say, doctor. Whatever. Where's my fake cigar? Okay, so I actually have a fake cigar that I keep around. No, I know. I have something way better. I have a box of candy cigarettes here. And I guess that's what I'm gonna be eating while I play this, because it's only appropriate. Oh, this is so stupidly hilarious. I love it. I am so glad I did this. Okay, where the fuck did I put those? I can never figure out where I put all my candy and stuff. I have a stash, like a gigantic stash of candy, but everything is just all over the place. My bad. My bad. My bad. Oh, there they are. Okay. Zach says Anthony Hopkins gave up smoking but picked up cannibalism. Tribex says, then what's the point? Zach says, don't have a cigarette when you can eat a census worker's liver with some fava beans and a nice chianti. Ugh. Tribex says, slurping noise. Okay, fuck it. Let's keep going. By the end, you'll be happy to put out your final cigarette and become a non-smoker. Chris, did you do this? You did this. It's your fault. Oh, look at the bottom screen. It seems this little guy is trying to attract your attention. Hi. He will accompany you throughout this the method, acting as a link between you and the game. I suggest you pay attention to him when he appears. Here are 6 experts fully trained in the easy way method. They are all ex-smokers who stop with this method, and every one of them has years of experience in helping thousands of smokers to get free. You can trust each of them completely. Choose the expert you wish to work with by touching their photograph. What the hell? Roscoe, hi! Roscoe says hello. Chris says save 1 candy cigarette for the end of the game. Shyback says, why does this stick figure move more than the actual person? Zach says the guy looks like a sketch from rejected cartoons. Oh, dude, this guy is Mexico, Jorge. Let me introduce you to Jorge. He's been a therapist for our team since 2002. Okay. Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. Now that you know a little about me, I would like to ask you a few questions to get to know you better. Okay. I'm gonna be completely honest though, eh? Big Fluffy, hi! Big Fluffy says hello. Zach says, because animation is easier than live capture. Big Fluffy says, I wanna watch Snuffle's stream, but I'm gonna give the stream a chance. Hey, watch whatever you want. Tell me your first name. Okay, yeah, I know how this works. Yeah, okay. Really? Oh, it's all capital letters, I guess. Rick, I'm a bit embarrassed to ask, but I need to know your age for my records. There, that's my age. Oh, Norami, thanks for the sub. Norami says, what the absolute fuck is this shit? You asks Chris, okay? You know what? I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer here. I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer. There you go. Yeah, thanks for the emotes. Big Floofy says, oh wow, my Twitch glitched a little so that the audio last stream I watched stays even if the stream is on. Are you sure you don't have multiple tabs? And Chris says, Chris did it. Yes, you did it. You did this. Where do you live? Argentina, Austria, Bahrain? What? Belgium, Brazil? You're going to Brazil. Canada, Denmark, Finland. Oh, show me. France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Italy, Japan, Jordan, Kuwait, Malta, Mexico, Netherlands, Norway, Oman, Peru, Poland, Portugal, Qatar, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Slovakia, South Africa, Spain, Sweden, Taiwan, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States, others. Why is this? Is this such a like a big deal of a country that is here, but you're missing like other countries like Colombia and stuff? But you have this, of course. Big Floofy says, I use phone. Normi says, why did Ubisoft make this? Strybeck says, I know a guy from Bahrain. How do you pronounce that? Bahrain? Yeah. Chip says, where's Australia? No, why would you need Australia when you can have this country? Strybeck says, what is the capital of others? A sovereign citizen, that's what. I'm just gonna be honest. I said I would be honest. Zach says Bahrain. Yeah, Stripe also says Bahrain. Rami says, also, why is this game rated E? Because everyone can smoke? Chip says, Australia's not there. Chris says, Australia sees this method of bullshit. Chip says, wow, fuck this game. Zach says, Australia does not exist. Chris says, and yeets it to the garbage. Shmup says, plus we all know Australia doesn't exist anyway. You probably have special interests in your life. Could you touch the one that's most important to you? Believe it or not. Because what do you have here? Video games, sports, family, friends, movies. It's actually this. Thanks, now tell me what your favorite food is. Okay. Seafood. Huh. I'm a filthy little weasel. Shmup says, damn, Zach beat me to it. Zach says, you have to turn your game upside down to see the Australia option. How many questions is this gonna ask? Is it profiling me? Can you tell me a friend, the name of a friend who is a known smoker? Oh man, who wants to be the friend? You know what? It's gonna be Chris, because he did this. Chris did this. He has to pay for his crimes. Remy says, I'll take it. Oh. Rio says me, Toad says me, Chip says Chris deserves it, Norman says lol, Luffy says me, Shmup says me. No, we're putting Chris in because he paid for this. Chris says, I see you enjoy meat. Norman says, Chris, is that a weed? Oh shit, this works so well. Wait, I need that sound effect. Wait, we need this.
Chris, is that a weed?
No, this is a crayon.
I'm calling the police.
911, what's your emergency?
Chris, is that a weed? Is that what you did for this? Zach says after this, you will be transported to the world of Pokemon. Strikeback says dials 911 on microwave. And Chris says no. Fluffy says ha 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 ha. Touch the image that most represents freedom for you. What is this? We have oh man, I hate beaches, believe me or not. Is this what? Africa? Oh. I hate the sea. Sky, really. Wow. No, this is me. This is me. Normi says, cannot wait for X-Files to claim you. And Chris says, Chris has been sentenced to go to Brazil. Zach says, ha ha ha, it's like a giraffe. Oh, yeah, it's a giraffe. Patrick Star. Toad says, I don't see any bears or boots. And Chip says, freedom is furry con. No, freedom is not furry cons, Chip. Furry cons are the most stressful things in my life. Okay, now let's talk about your addiction. Can you tell me how many cigarettes you smoke per day on average? Be honest. 1. What's the maximum? Is this even possible? Strybeck says, I guess you like mountains? I like snow and desolate places. Chebra says, okay, Anakin. Edit. Chip says, furry cons are dead and despair. Yeah, they are. Remy says, no, wait, RNG. Chebra says, furry cons are anxiety. Remy says, random number generator. Now. Oh, calm down. Zach says 69 cigarettes. Shmup says 69. Strybeck says 100 cigarettes they would kill you. Ellen Carr says nice. Shmup says please do 69. Chip says 69. Big Fluffy says 69. Chris says max for. Okay, fine. I'm doing 69. Jesus. You people are insane. Is that even possible though? Chabara says 96. Big Fluffy says 42. Is that even possible? Is the game just gonna be like, holy shit, what the fuck? Alright, now tell me how much a pack of cigarettes costs where you live. In pesos? Let me check, actually. Let me check. Let's see. The average is 60. Wow. That is expensive. Which is kind of like $3 basically. Wait, it cannot go. Game, you underestimate the economy. Game, you like, you seriously, you did not think this through. You did not think this through. Chris says maybe. Stripex says maybe if you smoke multiple at once. Noemi says, God damn your budget if you smoke 100 a day. And Toad says 250. Stripex says like that meme of the spy from Team Fortress 2. Oh yeah, gentle mental man. Chabara says the dude from Singing in the Rain smoked about 4 a day. 4 packs. Oh, fuck. Big Floofy says in the Philippines a pack is over 100 Philippine pesos. Toad says, oh, I was thinking converting the American tax to held 6 to Mexican pesos. Which says probably they programmed it around 50 USD and not other currencies. But yeah, like they are 60s. I'm just gonna put this as the maximum. Yeah, they got expensive. How many years have you been a smoker? My entire life, yeah. Since I came from the womb, I've been smoking. I was first present with this. Norami says, no, don't do it. Oh, fine. Only 25 years. Chip says cigarette packets here in Australia are government mandated to have images of rotten gums and fucked up organs as a deterrent for smokers. I mean, here too. Shabra says, haven't done it since February. Strawbeck says, some people were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Rick was born with a cigarette. Shmup says, fresh out of the womb a dirty weasel, shake my head. No, SMH my head. I fucking hate when they do that. It fucks with me. Zach says, you get one for your first birthday. Norman says, this is Rick Lore now, who smoked as a child. Chavera says, we get those types of commercials too, at least on YouTube anyway. Do you think the game will be like all fucked if I say, yes, I've been smoking my entire life? Oh, hi Dishra, hello. Zach says, that's why his fur is all gray. It's like, I was supposed to be a brown weasel, but like, I am gray because of the suit and everything. Chris says, from the womb you crawled out and said, mother, get me some Pall Mall Mentos. Zach says, mental weasel. So, do I do this? How do we do this? I wish you could see like 0. And like, I have never smoked. Okay, and the game just shuts down and bricks your console. Distra says, why do you even have this game in the first place? Strabeck says, blame Chris. Yeah, Chris here bought the game for me because memes. And I decided to play it on today, which is my 420th stream because smoke weed every day. Zach says, int underscore max years. I still can't believe they allowed you to do it like this. Chris says, do 26, the lore and memes. This one says, weird meme. Okay, we're doing for like, I've been smoking cigarettes since I was born. Okay, one last thing before we begin. By signing the following contract, you will make this commitment. I promise to read all the text in this game very carefully to make sure I understand it before continuing and to follow all the instructions. On my part, I promise you that providing you stick to your commitment, you will find it easy and fun to follow the method. By the way, if the information on the contract is wrong, feel free to use the back button to go back and correct it. Oh man. Oh, this is oh man, this is amazing. Zach says, a contract? Okay, Christian Grey. Chip says, this is not legally binding. Chavara says, his tastes are very singular after all. Zach says, this is absolutely legally binding, Chip. There, have it, have it. Now that we know how much you smoke, let's visualize this. This is approximately the total number of cigarettes you have smoked since you started. What the fuck? Normie says, can't wait for this to lead to a TF. Zach says, your signature is a paw with a thorn in it? It's not a thorn, it's my initials at the end. Chavera says, oh damn, that's a lot. But my signature is a paw. If you continue at your current rate, look how many cigarettes you will have smoked by the time you're 85. If you're lucky enough still to be alive, that's a huge quantity. Wow, that's a lot. Chris says cigarette TF. Distress says, what would he TF into? Zach says, I don't think that pile has 654,810 cigarettes. Noremi says, 2 million cigarettes? Chris says, a pile of cigarettes. I only have candy cigarettes here. I put them in my jacket to look tough. Now imagine the impact on your life when you get free. Your quality of life will improve quickly and radically, not just financially, socially, and health-wise, but also in terms of self-respect, confidence, and freedom. What's more, although you won't believe this now, you're about to discover that you will be losing absolutely nothing. Except, you know, time and maybe followers. Zach says, Rick TFs into cancer. Shavara says, you know, you could have bought a house with all that money. Shabak says, I'm pretty sure that's more than your weight in cigarettes. Big Floofy says, nah, it takes a whole pool to fill almost 2 million cigarettes. And Shabara says, ha, called it. Shabak says, you'll be losing your addiction. I'll be losing that, I guess. Also, this game had no save file when I got it. We're now entering the nicotine trap section of the game. In this part, we will go through 3 games that will explain to you the mechanism of the trap, which is the source of your addiction. Yeah, my addiction. Before we begin, you need to get the following important points clearly into your mind. Smoking is nicotine addiction. Nicotine is a highly addictive poison. When nicotine leaves the body, it causes withdrawal. An empty, insecure feeling which smokers know as I want or need a cigarette. See this represented in the bottom screen. Okay. Zach says, but smoking makes me look cool. Chavara says, smoking with cigar twits. Zach says, nicotine traps are gay. Norami says, Zach, what the fuck? Stripex says, the nicotine trap is about 2 smokers played by the same person. Chavara says, well, it's a good thing I'm not gay, Zach. Gasp, we have a non-gay? Chris says, so that's how Rick got addicted to cigarettes. Zach says, that works with Lindsay Lohan's Stripex. If you light one, the nicotine is replaced and that feeling disappears. Look at the bottom screen. This is what smokers describe as satisfaction or pleasure. When you put out the next cigarette, the nicotine leaves again. The empty, insecure feeling returns and you feel the need for another. I get the gist. Oh, this is gonna keep going. Imagine that empty feeling as a little monster inside your body that feeds on nicotine. The true reason you smoke is to feed that monster. The body builds up a tolerance to all addictive poisons, and so the cigarette only partially relieves the withdrawal. Even while you are smoking, you are therefore never as relaxed as you would be if you were a non-smoker. Right. Boy. Zach. Gasp. Zach linked the thing about the trap memes. Shmup says, I don't know my sexuality, gang. Shabada says, shocking, I know, Rick. I am the stone that the builders refused. Chris linked the thing. Are they smoking or are they gay? Shabak says, it's like Skooma in the Elder Scrolls. And Chip says, I'm gay. For like the 1000th time. To remove the smoke, simply touch the bottom screen with a few times with the stylus. Oh, hi there. There's something poking from the bottom of the screen. I wonder what it is. Try to touch it with the stylus. Look, it's a little nicotine monster. He's been inside you since your first cigarette, causing you a little empty, insecure feeling, like a little itch as your body withdraws from nicotine, and you kept him alive by feeding him nicotine. The physical withdrawal is very slight. There's no pain. It feels like normal stress or hunger. You only know it as I want or need a cigarette. These difficulties smokers suffer when trying to stop by willpower are caused by feelings of deprivation and are entirely mental. This method removes them. Let's look at your relationship with this little monster since 1994. Chebara says, say what? Shmup says, is Chip gay? I can't seem to figure it out. It's a mystery the world will never know the answer to. We're tempted to try a first cigarette because people around us are smoking. It tastes awful and we're convinced we won't get hooked. But when we try to quit with willpower, we struggle and fail. The next game illustrates this process and show how once you are in the trap, you lose control and slide further and further down into the pit. You play a climber who finds diamonds in a cave. As you play the game, see the diamonds as seemingly harmless cigarettes in the cave as the trap that you as a smoker are currently falling further and further into. Chabara says, we will have to go to his Tumblr to find out the origin. Chris says, is he gay or European? Legally Blonde the musical. Chip says, all in homosexuality. Yeah. Chip or lit. Read the rules of the next video game. A short video demonstration will follow. Control a climber who has discovered diamonds in a cave. Try to grab them as you go down. What the hell? Oh, an actual video game! Comfort button. This is the comfort button. You will find this button in each game on the bottom left of the touchscreen. Try it when things seem to get out of hand. You may be surprised by its effect. What? Toad says, if you look at my For Affinity gallery, you automatically turn gay. It's a fact. Oh, you silly bear. Try to grab all the diamonds from the cave. Oh shit, is there like a speedrunning community for this? Unbelievable. Ah. Oh hey, I found a thing. Ah. Oh hey, more. What a weird game this is. How deep can we go? Not very deep, I think. Wait, can I go up? I can't go... Oh hey, Bigo. Oh man, only silver? Cool. Stripeback says Minecraft is getting weird. Increases cigarette percent in Alan Carr, my stopping smoking addiction coach. Oh man, I guess we have this one now. The little nicotine monster traps smokers like the previous game. You were lured into the smoking trap like the climber was lured by the first diamond he saw. And the longer you remain in it, the lower you sink. You never decided to become a smoker, but found yourself smoking more and more as you gradually fell further down into the trap. We don't even realize we're hooked until we try to get free, like when the climber's rope broke and he couldn't get back up. You do not smoke because you choose to, but because you're caught in this trap. All smokers hope their children won't start, which means they wish they hadn't started themselves. If you ever made an attempt to quit, you are continuing to smoke not out of choice, but because that attempt failed. Given the choice, smokers would rather be non-smokers. Is that true? Norami says 3131341. Shmob says, I dressed your beans and sent to you on Discord, by the way you will... Oh, drew your beans! Okay. Norami says, what the fuck, I didn't mean to type that. Chip says, is he describing a tragic-like scenario or a mental change in a TF? It sounds like it sounds TF-y, like vaguely TF-y. Oh my gosh. Shmob did draw a thing. Oh, that is... Is this allowed? Is this allowed? No, this is filth. Give me a sec. I don't think this is wait. Oh boy. Give me a sec. But yeah, he drew a thing. Oh boy, it's big, it's very big. You have drawn filth, so I had to censor it. Why would you draw that? I'm gonna get banned. Shmob says, interesting question. Regio says, given the smoke choices, would rather be non-smokers. Norm says, cannot wait for the TF Alan Carr creepypasta. Alan says, Hi. Chris says, TF Alan Carr fanfic. Shmob says, illegal beans. Strybuck says, beans right in my face. Norm says, OMG, yeah, don't say that word. Chip says, I see pair number 42 today. Was that intentional? Actually not, it was an accident. I just decided to be a cowboy today, so I wore my cowboy boots. Chibata says, this is a family stream. And Shmob says, well, I had to censor that because it's not safe for work. I'm just gonna make that as non-intrusive as possible. Oh. It inverted, wow. Oh, it's going insane. Help. Nope, you stay there. It's gone. Chip says smoking cowboy mental thief. What? Anyways. Do you know, see clearly that... Yeah, now I see clearly that you've been lured into smoking. And that you are now caught in the nicotine trap. If you do, then continue. But if not, don't hesitate to take another look. I'm good. Chris says this is a family stream about stopping smoking. And Shabata says the perfect cowboy. Yay! Slavery? Oh boy. Shmup says the beans have disappeared. If you want to see the beans, subscribe to my Patreon. I'm gonna make you pay for somebody else's art. Norami says, oh goddamn. The nicotine trap is like a maze. You're currently the prisoner of your addiction. If you try to escape by following these wrong directions, it's frustrating, demoralizing, and you may never find the exit. Also, welcome to this is my seminar on stopping smoking. Thanks for coming today. Norami says, rated E with slavery? Norami, you see slavery in school. But follow the right directions and it can be easy and actually enjoyable to get free. Norami, why are you such a himbo? Oh, game. Cool. Shmup says, you're gonna make me pay for my own art? Yes! Driver, take me to the airport for $10. If you reach the airport in the shortest route possible to keep the cost low. Oh, okay. Oh, that's an interesting game. Shmup says also Rick OnlyFans. Hello. Yeah, airport, I know. Take a left. I think I can remember. Left, then the second right, then down, then... Okay, sure. Chip says, ah yes, Exodus 21. Left. I hope. And then to the right. And then straight forward. And then to the right. And I mean, what else do I have? To the right. And to the right. Yay, airport. Why are you angry? Didn't you want to come here? Woo! Chip says, I admit this game has more effort put into it than I was expecting. Sharbeck says the nicotine monster has no sense of direction. I was confused because I was looking at him, but like, it was on a mirror, so it's just confusing. As you have seen with this game, Rick, if you allow yourself to be fooled by the little monster, and if you follow the wrong instructions, you will never escape from the nicotine trap and you will remain a slave for the rest of your life. The good news is that if you follow all the instructions of Alan Carr's Easy Way, TM, you will find it easy to escape and you will enjoy being free right from the start. Is it now clear? Is it now clear that if you allow yourself to be fooled by the little monster and you follow the wrong instructions, you will never escape from the nicotine trap and you will remain a slave for the rest of your life? I do. Chris says gold. Does this mean that this game actually has scores and I need to keep it as a game from my backlog? Because I set it as a null game, as a thing that does not count towards my backlog. But I guess it is. So you fell into this trap and have been a slave to the little monster ever since. How has it managed to keep you under its spell? The answer is that you've been tricked by this ingenious addiction into believing all sorts of illusions about smoking. These illusions make you see cigarettes in a positive manner. In the following game, you will collect and sort differently colored pearls, but the nicotine monster will distort your perception, like nicotine addiction distorts your perception of cigarettes. Okay. As a diver, open up oysters and throw the curled up pearls into the matching boxes. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh man, this is actually hard. This is actually fairly hard. What? Oh, that was green? Interesting. Oh man, this is actually really hard. Oh, that was cheating, but whatever. Come on. I know this is yellow. Don't try to test me. Man, that's actually hard. I'm gonna try that one again later. Oh, more? Wait, there's more? More rounds? Okay, fair. Now I kinda know how to do this. Oh man, my aim is all kinds of off. I know this is orange. Oh, it's green. Blue. I know this is... Oh, wait, this is not orange. This is green. Green. Yellow. Oh, that's blue? Wait. What the fuck? Chris says, next chapter, by the way, is the longest one. Shmup says, you've been forced to pick cotton for the cigarettes. Shibata says, the metaphors in this game. Shabek says, 42 seconds. Chris says, oh, so it wasn't my past experience in history. It was the midichlorians that made me smoke. Oh, that was gold? Okay, sure. So Rick, you saw how the blur of the monster distorted your perception of colors in the game? Well, in a similar way, the nicotine monster in your body has fooled you by distorting your perception of cigarettes and making you believe you get a pleasure or a crutch from smoking. Once these illusions are removed, you will see that smoking gives you no benefits at all. I know. You now see how the nicotine monster can change your perceptions and trick you into seeing cigarettes as a pleasure and as a crutch? And a crutch? Yes. Yay? Holy shit, what are all these? Oh boy. Okay, this stream is gonna be longer than I thought. Chabeta says, so we all have a small smoke monster inside of us. I thought it was wolves that were inside of us. Chip says, Hypno Smoke TF. We are now passing into illusion removal section of the game. Throughout the next 11 games, we will remove from your mind all the illusions and fears your addiction has created. You will then be able to get free. The graphic below illustrates the process we will go through in order to remove the various illusions you have about smoking. In the coach introduction, I will explain the illusion that we will address in the game, which follows. Each game is carefully designed to help you understand how the illusion works. Carefully designed! As you play, try to concentrate on the meaning behind the game. The meaning. In the coach conclusion after each game, I will further clarify the points and help you to remove the illusion from your mind. You will then be able to take another step towards ending your addiction and see yourself progress on your path to freedom. We will go through this process 11 times, once for each illusion. When all these illusions have been removed from your mind, you will be able to follow the instructions, which will enable you to become a happy non-smoker. Zach says, yes. Chris says, I played this game before. I knew this game was about 3 hours. And Zach says, we love that chip. The body builds up a tolerance to all addictive poisons, including nicotine, and so each cigarette only partially relieves the withdrawal caused by the previous one. This leads you to smoke more, which builds up your tolerance further. It's a vicious cycle that can only be escaped by removing the source of the problem. I'm already having reading problems. Imagine dealing with a constant and worsening leak by just trying to get rid of the incoming water instead of fixing the leak. You will experience this in the next game. Your cell is being flooded. You need to bring down the water level before it's too late. Try to hit the nicotine monster to make him drop the plug and fix the problem once and for all. Oh, that's cool. I have to say the animations in this game are really fun. I would like a normal game with these kinds of animations. This art style is actually really cute. Wait, what? I am kind of confused here. Am I not supposed to be aiming for empty vents? I am I not? Wait, what happened? Shmob says, wait, I wasn't paying attention. Why are you pissing on cigarettes and why is your piss blue? I'm emptying the cellar as fast as I can. Am I not supposed to aim at the... Okay, now it was worse than last time. What? Shibata says, it's kind of hard to tell what the goal is. Tribex says, the bomb reminds me of WarioWare. Chris says, you're hitting the monster trying to get the plug. But where is the plug? Like, I know he's holding it, but how do I make him drop it? I am very confused by this game. Oh, am I trying to hit the plug whenever I can? Oh man, what the fuck? Chip says, you know where the plug is? Shut up. Shmob says, try avoiding the cigarette. 0! Did you notice how it gradually became harder and harder to keep this cellar from being flooded? Well, nicotine addiction works in a similar way. As you smoke, your body builds up a tolerance to nicotine, so you tend to smoke more to try to relieve the withdrawal. This in turn builds up your tolerance more. It's a downward spiral where you never recover your original well-being. This process imperceptibly and continually reduces the quality of your life. The further you sink, the more you cling to cigarettes, which you are fooled into believing are your last pleasure or crutch, because at least they seem to provide some relief. Just as shooting the water out of the window seemed to help. The only way to escape this trap is to remove its source by cutting off the supply of nicotine. Just like you fix the leak with the plug. Oh. Oh. Chris says, no, you have to hit the cigarette. Zach says, no, it does go down when you hit the cigarette. Chip says, so it was a fission mail. No, I think there's a way of winning this. It's just very hard. A testimony, my gosh. Alan Carr's book demolished all the excuses I had for smoking. When I realized that I was simply addicted to nicotine and that the cigarette was simply a nicotine delivery system, I knew I could get free. I thought the withdrawal would be bad, but in reality I hardly noticed it, and now I feel fantastic to be a non-smoker. Angela Hollis, England. Wow. Do you now see that the only way to escape this downward spiral is to cut off the supply of nicotine? Yeah. Chris says, that game isn't fun, not gonna lie. That's one. One down, 10 to go. Lifetime brainwashing? Oh, whoa? Oh, whoa? Things are often not what they seem. As you will see in the following game, appearances can be misleading. This is particularly true of smoking. You need to keep an open mind and question your views in what society has taught you about smoking. Whoa. Try to complete the missing sentence by linking letters together to form the word shown on the top of the bottom screen. Okay, seems simple enough. Chris says next few are. Okay. Chip says, I feel fantastic and I never felt as good as how I do right now. Shmup says, oh whoa, whistle brainwashing. Chip says, smoking is cool. Shavara says, this game has brainwashing, hypno, TF, smoking. It's got it all. Chris says, speaking of cowboys. Shmup says, speaking of which, I need to work on that egg, TF. Yeah, you work on that. Oh, cowboy, what? I'm a cowboy. Got my cowboy boots on. Tasty. I know how to do this. Taste. Wait, what? It is tasty. I barely touched that thing. Oh, it's very sensitive. It's extremely sensitive. Good. Good. What's... I don't get it. I guess I just have to get them when they are, to feel good, enjoy a tasty cigarette. Really? Wow. Shabara says, I would only hold a cigarette if I wanted to look tougher while wearing my leather jacket. Shabara says, I do need a new pair of boots though to complete more of the look. Shrubak says, oh, I get it. I think it's supposed to be the Marlboro Man. Shmup says, I gotta go. Be back if the stream is still up when I finish. Okay. Shrubak says, who ironically died of lung cancer. Very ironic. What you have just seen in this game, it's easy to be tricked by hidden messages that we are unaware of. In fact, you may have been attracted to smoking in the first place by the sophisticated marketing tactics of cigarette manufacturers. All our lives we are subjected to massive daily brainwashing telling us smoking relieves boredom and stress and aids concentration and relaxation. Is that a fucking greaser? Is that a fucking greaser? I mean, greasers and brainwashing get together very, 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 very well. Oh shit. Chip says smoking is cool, just like you could be. And Chip says I agree with this. Chivera says greasers can be hot. Also, wait. It says on the top, it says lifetime brainwashing, and then you have a greaser on the bottom screen. That is fucking hilarious. In films, if someone is about to be executed, his last request is a cigarette. If the heroes have just saved the world, they celebrate with a cigar. These subtle images affect us subconsciously. It doesn't bother us before we get hooked, but once the nicotine monster has established itself in our bodies, the addiction seems to confirm the illusions of the brainwashing. Question with an open mind what you thought were the facts about smoking, and you will remove this brainwashing. Remove it! Why are we doing games about hypnosis and brainwashing and all that stuff? Shabara says, I know one in fact. Do you? Chip says, why can we keep making these connections on your stream? It's all the subtle subconscious brainwashing that I am doing on my streams. Chris says, I like how this game has brought out the horny. Shabara says subtext maybe? Remember kids, do not trust greasers. Do you now understand how you are subtly brainwashed into thinking that smoking provides you with benefits? Question mark? Chris says, we've been brainwashed by the furry. Imagine if there was a game just like this, but it was my Stop Being a Furry coach. With Rick Whitechest. My patented method to stop being a furry. In a few easy steps. Smokers justify smoking with all sorts of excuses, but none of them are true. We only say we like the taste because we associate it with the relief from the craving. In fact, cigarettes are disgusting and taste nothing to do with why you smoke, as the following game will illustrate. I mean, I know about that. Chibera says, I'm too hard-headed to be brainwashed. The self-awareness and obliviousness makes it impossible. Chris says, step 1, you can't. Game ends. Chip says, this was made before vaping was a thing. Yeah, now vaping is like the whole thing because of it's actually had like flavors, so people can get both things at the same time. Try to find the 3 correct ingredients for the recipe before the allotted time expires. Oh man, I think I know what this is about. Fun. These sound effects. Fried tobacco. Where's the tobacco? Oh, here we are. And I mean, yeah. Oh, wait, that's not it? It is tobacco leaves, though. Is it tar syrup? And ammonium, maybe? Oh, okay. Ammonium, really? Round 2. This is educational. Acid? Arsenic. Acid. Let's see what comes out. Oh, it's not the nicotine. Okay, arsenic and tartaric acid, yes. Dioxide? This seems like innocuous enough. Really? Huh. Tree says Cooking Mama Smoking Edition. Chip says next thing you know you're gonna start growing tomatoes. Chibata says this is your brain on drugs. Tree says wonderful, even better than Mama. Shepek says ammonium? Is that why cigarette smoke smells so bad? I am surprised. All Butts pancake. Oh, I know about this. I know. It's all the leftovers. Cigarette butts. Stale ashes. And I would say this. This is a byproduct. No? How the fuck? Cigarette butts, okay. Paper. Maybe? Wait, where did the paper go? Oh wait, I already added the paper. Okay, not the sauce. Huh, weird. Chris says star syrup is it's pancakes, Rick. The logic of this game does not apply to real life. I am so confused. Rick, would you even think about tasting one of the dishes you cooked in the previous game? You told me you like fast food. Do you need to carry fast food on you at all times to avoid panicking? Your first ever cigarette tasted disgusting, and if you can only get a brand you find distasteful, you'll smoke that anyway. Oh. Taste or smell have nothing to do with it, nor has stimulation, although some people call smoking a stimulant. In reality, it starves every cell in your body of oxygen and nutrients and makes you lethargic. When most smokers stop, they experience a tremendous boost in energy. Do you now accept that you do not smoke for the taste? I mean, oh yeah, the prop thing. Smoking used to be considered a sociable habit, but now it's disgusting and antisocial, which is why, as you'll see in this game, smokers are increasingly treated like lepers and forced outside for their fix. Hardly a social advantage. Well, now everybody has to be outside! Or, like, away from each other. You are the party animal, using the stylus to create links between you and dangers coming inside your zone of influence to help you stay in the party. What? Chris says, oh boy, this one is kinda lame. Oh, I know this. I can see how this works. Stay at the party for as long as you can. Ah! Two rounds of this? Ah. The last thing you want to do right now is keep people close to you, so this is kind of funny. Why the laugh track? I feel like silly because of laugh tracks and stuff. Another round? Damn it! Chip says, I catch a look. I think you say, out on the fire escape, smoking all day, missing someone now. Who could it be? Nobody loves you like you. Nobody loves you like me. This one is weird. This one is just surreal. Ah. Do not escape me. You need me to live. I tell them as they try to leave me. Lol. Chipetta says, starting to look sad there. Also interesting song, Chip. If smokers can if smokers can't smoke at a social occasion, they feel uptight and miserable. But non-smokers don't. The drug causes that feeling. In fact, smoking is increasingly antisocial and one of the main reasons smokers give for wanting to stop. As you've just seen, smoking doesn't really help you bond with others. In fact, nowadays it isolates you and impedes social interaction. Of course, you're sometimes forced to get your fix with a group of other smokers, which feels better since smokers sense they are doing something stupid and feel less inadequate if surrounded by other addicts. Isn't it like being one of the people on the Titanic? At least you're not alone, but who wants to die? Chris says, you missed some stuff in chat. Oh, it's because, you know what? Why I missed because Chip's song looks like the same, both paragraphs. Trebek said that nicotine monster should stay out of the rain or he'll be impossible to light. Chris says this is not COVID friendly, go outside and smoke. But yeah, it's because of Chip's thing, saying air in my lungs, a cough and a wheeze, holes in the bellows and blood on the keys. You move along, there's nothing to see, nobody loves you like me. I'm gonna ban songs now. I've always been very sociable and gone out a lot to meals, drinks, and parties where I smoke like a chimney. I was frightened of stopping because I thought I would never be able to enjoy those situations again, but when I quit at Alan Carr's clinic, it was a revelation. I immediately enjoyed them more as a non-smoker, and the strange thing is, I've never felt deprived. Neil Waddington, England people. This is a British thing? Do you now accept that smoking is not a social prop? No, get a fursuit instead. Let's replace smoking with fursuiting as an addiction. It's better, and it can be done indoors. Stress relief and relaxation are the main justifications given for smoking, but if cigarettes really relieve stress, smokers would be more relaxed than non-smokers, but they are not, particularly when they are panicking about running low on cigarettes. The following game will present a stressful situation experienced by both a smoker and non-smoker. Pay attention to how it affects them differently. Strabek says, I can get behind that. Chip says, not to mention it requires more physical movement. You will play this game as a dentist who has to clean your teeth. On the upper screen, another dentist is cleaning your friend's teeth. You need to clean the same number of teeth faster than him while keeping your stress as low as possible. What the fuck? Chris says, who wants to die? Millennials and Gen Zers. Allow us to introduce ourselves. Wait, you mean teeth are not supposed to look like that? What a weird concept this is. Round one, okay. Watch your opponent work. You'll have to beat his time. "20 seconds. What? What? Shabata says, teeth are really yellow? Damn, I've been lied to my whole life. I'm trying to understand what the goal of this is. What? What? Chip says that this game is so British, so they all look like that regardless. Chris says, naturally a little. Chip says, did that clock stop at 2:30? No, it was 3:30. Shabata says, oh, you're right, British people are known for yellow teeth. Trebek says, I'm not sure you're supposed to beat this game. Chris says, it's me, Rick. We, for some godforsaken reason, booked 2 dentist appointments at the same time. Shabata says, I think you lost that first time because you were giving the person more pain than the other dentist. Oh. Rick Fluffy says, not gonna lie, going to the dentist to get some teeth clean is pretty satisfying. Is it satisfying? Because to me it just sounds horrifying. Damn it! This feels like a metaphor. Also, is it because this guy's a smoker that his teeth are like that? Is that the message here? What the fuck? Oh yeah, that. See, the first round was actually better for some reason. Shibata says seeing things being removed from people like tumors, blackhead, and etc. can be satisfying. Wait, tumors? Have you ever seen a video that actually says, oh, look at this tumor being removed. Oddly satisfying. No! Trebek says, sounds gross to me. Yeah, what the hell? The empty, insecure feeling of the body withdrawing from nicotine feels the same as normal stress. Smokers believe cigarettes relieve stress when they light up. They feel more relaxed. This is why they think of the cigarette as a crutch or benefit, but they are just partly relieving the stress caused by the nicotine withdrawal. The only stress a cigarette can relieve is the stress caused by the previous cigarette. Look at the 2 meters below, representing the final stress levels of you and your friend in the game. As you can see, Chris doesn't experience the additional stress of nicotine withdrawal that you suffer from. This leaves them better able to deal with the normal and inevitable stresses and strains of life, such as a dental appointment. That is just stressful in general. Big Floofy says it's all about trusting the dentist because one of their objectives is to take care of the patient's teeth. It's terrifying because either you have little to no trust in the dentist or you have a fear of their teeth. What? Chris says dentists are Marxists and not to be trusted. Oh, Chris. Is it now clear to you that smoking does not relieve stress or help you to relax and that in fact it has precisely the opposite effect? Yes, dentists are stressful. That's the only thing I know. Almost there. I can probably do this in a couple hours. If you were interviewing someone for a job requiring a lot of concentration, would you insist they were a smoker? Of course not. Smokers claim smoking aids concentration, but in fact it impedes it by distracting you. This permanent distraction is due to your itch to smoke as nicotine withdraws from your body. In the next game, you will have to use your concentration and you will see how the nicotine monster can be distracting. Big Floofy says, I can trust anyone, but not myself. Look closely at the shape and colors on the top screen. The goal of this game is to replicate the color pattern of the shape on a colorless version. Try to obtain a perfect match. What? Oh, this kind of game. And Chris posted a Bob Ross emote. Okay, fair enough. Easy enough. Simple enough. Like blue, red, orange, green. Like blue, orange. That's mine. What a weird way of doing this. Yay. Green, blue, red, green, yellow, blue, red, green, yellow, blue, red, green, yellow, blue, red, green, yellow, blue, blue, red. I forgot. No, I didn't forget. Wait, what? Are you messing with my... No, what? Yeah, okay. What the fuck? Did it actually change the color that I was using? That was... What? I mean, interesting minigame. Ashmob says, hello, I'm back. Oh boy. Red, blue and yellow, Okay. Shmup says, Rick, give me 2 complementary colors that are close with your Sona. Chris says, yeah, he mixes up paint. 2 complementary colors? I mean, the colors that I use, that I always use with Rick are purple and yellow. Or gold. It's more like gold, but I go with yellow if there's no gold available. But they are my colors. That has to have been a perfect score. To concentrate, you need to get rid of distractions. Did you notice how the nicotine monster kept distracting you by moving the pots in the last game? Well, he's certainly doing the same thing in real life. As a smoker, you have the distraction of the body withdrawing from nicotine and the mind craving a cigarette. When you light up, you relieve these and can concentrate better, but non-smokers do not have these distractions in the first place. In fact, you will concentrate better and for longer periods when you're free. Schmop says purple and goldish yellow. Thanks. Testimony of wow, this guy. As a smoker, I thought I had a very stressful life working keeping the family together because I thought cigarettes relieved stress. I feared I wouldn't be able to cope with life without them. I was amazed after quitting with Alan Carr's Easy Way TM book plus CD. I was noticeably less stressed. I now look back and wonder, where did all that stress go? As Alan says, it must have been caused by smoking, as I'm far more relaxed now as a non-smoker. Tom Oaks, England again. All smokers live in England. Chris says my ADHD. Bitch bet. Do you now understand that smoking only reduces the distraction created by nicotine itself and doesn't help you concentrate at all? Shmob says my OCD. Please stop him. We're gonna check how I did in all games after I'm done. Boredom. Who's bored anyways nowadays? It's impossible to be bored. Really? Okay, hold on. I was given another piece of gift art. No context provided. No context. Wouldn't now be a good time to reward yourself with an interesting and entertaining cigarette? Would you like to light up now and see for yourself how fascinating it is? Wait, what? After you had the first few puffs, which you may sense relieving the nicotine monster, focus your mind carefully on what this cigarette is doing for you. You inhale the fumes and then exhale them. Riveting! You flick the ash into an ashtray. Intriguing. You then repeat the process again and again and again. What a captivating way to pass the time. I can hardly think of anything more stimulating. Just to show you that you can relieve your boredom in more interesting ways, we will let you play the game you found the most entertaining. Select from the following list. Wait, what? Really? Which one I did well? Which one I want to do again? I want to do... I need to understand this one again. Shmup says, you fool, all smokers don't live in England. It's all alcoholics that do. Trebek says, no context, just giant muscle. Big Floofy says, look Simpsons. Chris says, this man is so fucking petty, I love it. Trebek says, at Big Floofy, you mean Soupsons? But yeah, that was drawn by Alan on chat. Still is being floated. Yeah, I know. I want to see the video again. The plug! How did you drop the plug? Yeah, the plug needs to drop. I never got the plug dropped on the first time that I played this. Alan says, ooh woo. Shmup says, good job. How do I make it drop? Drop it. Drop it. Fuck. Chris says he tosses it in the air. Shmup said good job. Stripex says I think you stop targeting the window when it turns red. Chris says then hit him. How do I hit him? With water? Alan says that's just a warm-up for my masterpiece. Oh, more. I was about to say oh boy, but it just morphed into a mo. Oh shit, the plug. Yay, finally! Shmup says make it drop. That's on wet. That's on, yeah, that's on WAP. I'm not gonna say it. Whatever I did worked. Wow. Chris says warm apple pie? Yeah, that works. Well, finally I did something. Which was more interesting, entertaining, and rewarding? The fun game you just played or smoking that cigarette? Is it now clear that there's nothing interesting about smoking? If your mind is occupied, you can go long periods without even thinking about smoking. You light up when you're bored because there's nothing to distract you from the little itch of the nicotine monster. Cigarettes do not really bore them. There's nothing fascinating about a cigarette, and the lethargy caused by smoking prevents you from undertaking fun and interesting activities. Like fursuiting! Do you now accept that smoking is neither interesting nor exciting nor does not really bore them and that you should probably be fursuiting? What if somebody made a game like this but for me to like get over my addiction to boots? Because guess who just bought $100 pair of boots earlier before the stream? Slack says, big weasel muscle too big. Big Floofy says it's never big enough. We try to block our mind to the bad sides of smoking, such as the cost. Ooh, saying it's only 50 pesos per packet, this game will clarify the actual cost and what else you could get for that money. They are more expensive than that. Chris says me during quarantine looks in the fridge cause boredom. Maybe I am a smoker? Chavera says the boot collection is not big enough. I'm gonna get to 100 pairs soon. Look at the period shown on the scale. Based on your average cigarette consumption, place on the launchpad the item you think you could afford with the amount of money you will save during this period by not having to smoke. Huh. Oh, interesting. A 1 year. Sliding puzzle? Damn. In 10 years? Oh, man. How many did we say? 69 per day? For 10 years? Yeah, that's a luxury. Or maybe something better. Oh no, yeah, that's about right. Huh. This is very 2000s. Shmup says, the bigger this new, the easier it is to boop. Boops Rick very softly. Chris says, this is in 2000s dollars, Rick, remember, inflation and all that. Yeah? A chalet, maybe? Wow, how am I getting these on the first go? I mean, it's kind of obvious. I'm going for the most expensive thing because seriously, 69. 69 a day. Big Floofy says, you know, when I started shuffling, I remember that the rough concrete ground scratches off a chunk of my shoe sole every time my feet slide around the ground. Now replace shoes with boots. Well, that's it. That's a nice thing about me having so many pairs of boots that I pretty much end up wearing each of my pairs about 4 times a year. Sometimes 5. So that means the wear is on them is minimal. Smokers say they are not worried about the money, but why not? As a smoker in your lifetime, you will spend more than 4,279,750 pesos on your addiction. Wow. It's what you do with the money that's so frightening. You use it to risk horrendous diseases and sentence yourself to a lifetime of physical and mental slavery, the bad breath, the stained teeth, the wheezing, coughing, lethargy, social stigma, being despised by others, and worst of all, despising yourself. You know what, game? I don't need smoking for that. I get all that for free. And precisely what do you get in return? Absolutely nothing. Imagine buying the objects we saw in the last game, rather than administering doses of addictive poison to your own body. I get all those things, and I have the money for other things too. So it's a 2 for the price of 1 deal. Do you now see how costly your addiction is and how you could spend that money in a more rewarding way? Are you talking about my boots? I don't have a problem. Boots are not an addiction. Zach says this whole game has been a metaphor for quitting your boot addiction. I swear, if somebody made a ROM hack of this and just customized it, I wonder if that can be done. That would be hilarious. That would be amazing if somebody did a ROM hack of this, but just like customized for me. Are you afraid of being deprived of those special cigarettes after a meal with a drink at a party or first thing in the morning? Don't be. Those cigarettes only give the illusion of pleasure by partially relieving the empty, insecure feeling of the body withdrawing from nicotine. They often seem special because they often come after a period of not smoking, so the relief seems greater. The following game will make you feel and understand this point about the relief. I don't have a problem. Welcome to the Cake Factory. Your job here is to keep the line rolling by making the most cakes possible. Really? That's it? Oh, that's the sound of somebody streaming. A friend streaming. I'll check. Cakes? What do cakes have to do with anything? Break time. What is he doing over there? More? Oh shit, what? My paw is getting tired. My paw is getting tired. My paw is getting tired. Ruggiero says instead of nicotine monster, it's the threats monster. Chris says the lace monster. Big Floofy says the furry monster. Strybeck says you're not really making capes so as much as boxing them up. What? What? Is this like the hard limit? Yeah, that's the hard limit. Whatever. Still good. Chris says it's like Lucy and the chocolate but with smoking. And Alan says I sent you the next masterpiece. Oh man. Oh my goodness, what the fuck? Wednesday? More like weekday. Amazing. Tribex says 4,200 points. Nice. Nice. Oh man, I love this. I freaking love this. Okay, let me put the big snoot over here. Let me put this masterpiece. I need to make it fit. Oh, let me put this here. I love this. Thank you so much for that. Chris says, nice. Regis says, why Jamaica? Shmup says, incredible. Strivex says, because weed, presumably. Alan says, people just inherently connect them. It's weird. Chris says, comically large cigarette. Were the breaks in the last game special because they provided a particular pleasure or simply because they gave relief to your wrist and hand? Yes! Now, do you understand why certain cigarettes seem so precious like a reward? They always come after a period of abstinence, like during a break. So the relief from nicotine withdrawal and from the mental craving seem more precious. Those cigarettes are often at times of genuine pleasure like meals, drinks, or parties, which non-smokers enjoy. It's not that smokers enjoy smoking on these occasions, it's that they can't relax and enjoy them without a cigarette. When you get free with this method, you will not miss cigarettes. You will be more relaxed and you will enjoy these occasions more. You know what? This applies to me, but with candy. Like, I actually get antsy if I have not eaten like chocolate or something for a while. Is it clear in your mind that there are no special cigarettes, only special occasions which smokers feel incapable of enjoying without cigarettes, and cigarettes which seem special because their relief feels greater after a period of abstinence? Okay. Chris says, comically large cigarette. Yeah, I saw that. Chip says, Rick gets antsy when he doesn't wear his boots. That is true. That is actually true. That is actually true. If I'm not wearing boots, I do feel like weird and uncomfortable. The difficulty in stopping smoking is not the physical withdrawal, which is easy to deal with. It's the fear of life without cigarettes and the fear that you'll have to use willpower indefinitely to fight the craving. In the next game, you will battle against the nicotine monster. Oh, cool, an RPG? His goal is to appear bigger and more frightening than he actually is by using the illusions and fears you have about stopping smoking. Once these illusions and fears are removed, you will see that he is powerless. Shmup says... No, wait, no. Chris says, my stop candy addiction with Callan R. Shmup says, do you wear boots to sleep? And then soda abuse, he says. Boots to sleep? Sometimes. Rules. Beat the nicotine monster at his own game by aligning 3 lights of your color to score points. The game ends when you reach 10 points. Oh, it should be Bejeweled? Oh, wait, no, this is different. Huh. It's a strategic game. Nicotine withdrawal. Oh wow, okay. Nope. Oh, we're playing like this? This is weird. What a weird game this is. Weird game. Who says more like Connect 4? It's Connect 3, but like free for all. You were brainwashed to fear you couldn't cope with or enjoy life without cigarettes, that you'd have to go through a terrible trauma to quit, and that maybe the craving would never go. You believed you were making a sacrifice. This was the cause of your failed attempts to quit. The last game illustrated this battle between you and the nicotine monster. He uses illusions to protect himself because in reality he is powerless without them and can be easily defeated. Now you see clearly that the rain is gone. Smoking does not provide any benefit or pleasure, that there is nothing to give up and no reason to feel deprived. Your need and desire to smoke has been removed, and you will now find it easy and enjoyable to get free. Chris says Connect 4 Battle Royale. Imagine that. Imagine that. Let me just prepare a thing. I used to block my mind to the bad sides of smoking like the money, saying it's only £5 per packet. I never confronted the fact that I was spending over £2,000 a year on cigarettes. Since quitting with a visit at Alan Carr's clinic TM, I saved enough to take the whole family on that luxury holiday we've been dreaming about. And the extraordinary thing is that stopping with Alan Carr's easy way was just that, easy. TM. And I've never had the slightest craving since. Elaine Williams, England. Everybody's from England. Cool. Very relatable. Do you understand that once all the illusions and fears are gone, the nicotine monster is powerless and you will find it easy to get free? Don't get into cults, kids. Oh crap, it's Sparkle Cat who's streaming. Oh man. Okay, one more, I think. Are you supposed to play this like in one sitting? Part of you wants to stop smoking, but another part wants to continue, right? In the following section, we will explore this mental battle and see the progress you have made. To do this, you need to be entirely honest and mark which illusions you are resolved in your mind. As you complete the list, watch your inner battle on screen by looking at the tug of war between you and the nicotine monster. If any illusions remain unresolved and the match ends in a draw, we will take another look at the illusions which remain. Once we've removed all the illusions from your mind, then you're ready to quit. Huh. Chris says, then one last chapter. You kinda don't have to. Wait, what? Oh, okay. The brainwashing. The taste. The social promptness. The stress. This counts that thing. I'm bored. I can use my money in boots. It's nope. There. Choices. All smokers suffer a conflict of wills, a constant tug of war or fear in their mind. On one side, it's killing me, costing me a fortune, filthy, disgusting, and controlling my life. You try to block this side from your mind, but never succeed. On the other side, how can I possibly enjoy life or cope with stress without my little pleasure or crutch? The great news is that both these sets of fears are caused by the cigarette. They are the result of the addiction and the brainwashing. Non-smokers suffer none of them, nor will you once you are free. Do you now see that once all the illusions and fears are removed from your mind, you will no longer have a conflict of will? All your willpower will be working against the cigarette, and you will find it easy to get free. Strybeck says, I'm reminded of that one minigame from the first Mario Party. I burned a hole in my hand playing it. Oof. I never played the N64 Mario Party games. My first Mario Party was 5, which is one of the best ones, I would say. I want to do Mario Party on stream one day. Would people be down for that, even if it's just me against the CPU characters? Yay! It's a mountain. Oh, cool. Just a couple more. You now understand the nicotine trap, and all the illusions and fears have been removed from your mind. If you're a smoker, you can smoke your final cigarette now if you want. If you're not, what the fuck? What the fuck? Chip says, I still maintain Mario Party 9 is one of the best. Chip, what the fuck? Strybeck says, sure, why not? Yeah, there's one that I wanted to stream for a while, but I'm not sure. Maybe next year. Now is the time for you to go for it and get free. I quit my job. I mean, no, not my job. Really? It's that easy? Look at that. Nope. Oh, he kind of exploded. Okay, sure. Big Floofy says, and that's why I have Mario Party 9 on my Wii. Shmup says, Mario Party 9 is probably my least favorite. Strybeck says, that's really bad advice, Jorge. Big Floofy says, screw 8. 8 is good. Shmup says, Mario Party 4 was my first one. I've never played 4. I played 5, a little bit of 6, a lot of 7, a lot of 8. I haven't played 9 or 10. Congratulations, Rick. You've done it. You cut off the supply of nicotine. You've broken the chain. Never break the chain. Okay. Now you're free. You have taken the big step and are now ready for the final instructions to ensure that you remain a happy non-smoker for the rest of your life. Please touch any available instruction you want to see. You now need to make a solemn vow that you'll never smoke another cigarette, cigar pipe, or take tobacco or nicotine in any form ever again. You know it's the right decision even as you make it, so never ever even begin to question or doubt it. It's only the questioning or doubting of that decision that can possibly make it difficult for you to stop. But the candy cigarettes are good. Don't avoid smoking situations. Go out, handle means, enjoy. Go out and handle stress and enjoy meals. Handle meals, drinks, and social occasions right from the start. Remember, you're not being deprived of anything. Smokers are being deprived of their health, energy, money, peace of mind, so respect, confidence, and freedom. Your body will continue to withdraw from nicotine for a few days, but don't worry, you can actually enjoy the process. You'll only know it as an empty feeling of, or I want a cigarette. Stop thinking of it as I want a cigarette and recognize it as the body withdrawing from nicotine. Instead of saying to yourself, I want one but I can't have one, say this to yourself. This is the little monster, I'm starving it to death and I'll soon be free of it forever. That way the withdrawal pangs become positive moments of pleasure. Don't fall for the trap of thinking just one cigarette won't hurt. Just one cigarette, cigar, or anything containing tobacco or nicotine, and you'll fall back into the nicotine trap by reviving the little monster and creating the need for another and another and another. There is no such thing as just one cigarette. Yeah. Don't take any nicotine substitutes, they simply prolong the addiction. In fact, don't use any substitutes at all, like chewing gum, chocolate, etc. They reinforce the illusion that you are making a sacrifice and do not relieve nicotine withdrawal. Don't start snacking between meals. The reason many smokers put on weight with other methods is that they feel deprived and search for something to fill the void. With this method, you will not feel deprived and therefore have no need to substitute. Substitute. Do not keep cigarettes on you or anywhere else in case of an emergency. If you do, it means you're doubting your decision. You are a non-smoker. Non-smokers don't need cigarettes, and that's one of the great joys of being free. Don't try to block your mind from smoking. It doesn't work. Just make sure that when you think about it, you're not thinking, I want one, but I can't have one. But instead, yippee, I'm a non-smoker. Enjoy the rest of your life free as a non-smoker. You've now made one of the best and most important decisions of your life. Congratulations! You will soon notice your life improving as you return to physical and mental health. If you want, meet me inside the benefits calendar section and together we will discover those benefits day after day. Farewell. What? A calendar? Oh cool, credits. Yay! Oh wow, 2 hours, or a little bit less than 2 hours. Schreibeck says, I started with 3, but I think I like 6 and 7 the most. Chevera says, wow, who knew it was that easy to get out of addiction? Chris says, I mean, damn, if it was this easy, the drug trade should be gone. Chevera says, that's the thing. We know it's easy, but when it's easy, we abuse it. Chevera says, we keep the addiction going, so when we want a way out, it would only take less than 2 hours. Chip says, substitute beans for something brown. Chibata says, like whole grain bread. Alan says, I can't believe you finally stopping smoking. Man, now that picture is useless. Strivek says, and everyone has a French name because Ubisoft. Yeah. Well, that was a thing. That was a thing. Chris, what the hell? Shmup says top 10 anime redemption arcs. Wow, I can't believe I stopped smoking. This day will be remembered forever. Chip says that this filled up a comfortable 2 hours. Yeah, I know that was a weird ass stream, but I will say yeah, that was a good. That was a good thing. Chris says, what can I say except you're welcome. Yeah, sorry about not streaming on Wednesday. This was all planned so I could have this be the stream number 420. Because otherwise, yesterday's stream of Salmon Max would have been stream 420, and I felt like the number 420 was more appropriate for this game. So I just kind of moved things around to make sure it worked. But yeah, what the hell? Anywho, this is what happens when you get me games. I play them on stream and then have regrets. So many regrets. Also, who the heck subbed during a freaking smoking stop smoking game? That's the best, that's the most amazing thing. Oh yeah, it was Norami. Norami! This is the best game you could have picked for subbing. Okay. Wait, that was the intro? Oh wait, no. Oh, this is these things. Wait, you need to check this again? No. Oh shit, I dropped my stylus. Oh no, stylus, where are you? Damn it, I can't find it. Ah! I'm on the ground now. Stylus, where are you? Oh no. Dang it. Yeah, I know. Yes. Wait, so okay, so those are the lessons things. And these are the games. Does it keep scores? It does keep scores. What the fuck? Okay, this was my shittiest game, but again, I need my stylus for this. Chris, no, Schwab says regrets. Big Floofy says, my hair is so long that the scent of my hair now has heat. What? Chris says, the best part, there are other Alan Carr games. This bitch is a franchise. Why? I am not playing the others. I already quit smoking. Hold on, I'm trying to find my stylus. All I see here is lint. So much lint. Oh, I see it. I know where it is. Let me just give another go to the dentist game, because that one has my lowest score. I know. Skip. Can I skip the intro to this too? Like, come on. I don't need to watch this whole thing. I just want to get a silver in this one at least. Also, why do I have to like watch the guy on top do it? I wish this was a multiplayer game. He's so slow and he does what? One? "19 seconds for 4 teeth." Okay. Damn it. I can do fast, but I don't want to hurt. There we go. Ha! In your face. In your face. Shmup says Hollywood is out of ideas, so they're making a sequel. You have another addiction that needs to be treated, Rick. What? No, Shmup, no. Big Floofy says, are you open to trying new games, Rick? Depends. Chris says it's mostly for foreign languages. I reserve the right to accept or deny donations of games. There's games that I will simply not play, and there's games that I will give a go, but I can't guarantee I'll stream more than once. That's kind of like what you have to accept when it comes to this. There's a possibility that like there's always the promise that I will stream your game at least once, but not guaranteed to last more than one stream. But yeah, Chris said it's mostly for foreign languages. Chip says the ding sound reminds me of games for kids. No, not that. Big Floofy says, I would say Okami then, but I've never seen you play Okami. Big Floofy, you know what? Did you know that Okami was the first game I streamed? Yes! Okami was Rick Plays Stuff stream number 001. Come on, it's a classic. It's the first game that I streamed officially in an official capacity. Technically, there's a stream number 0, but that was basically my first test of my capture card. So it does count, but Biflufe says, Nani? Chris is like my Spanish coach, my English coach, etc. Oh, no, I know those. I know all those games, don't worry. I actually tried playing the Japanese coach. I did learn a few things. Chris Chip says, ding, ding, ding. Found you. Shmup says, oh, whoa, at Big Floofy. And then hugs. Big Floofy says, okay, play Okami then. Yeah, I would like happily stream that if somebody can get me a copy. That's the thing. That's the thing. Finding a copy, that's not easy. Okay, this one annoyed me. But now I know how it's played. Chip says ding ding ding. Sad face. Why? I don't want to remember that. Where's the eye? Where's the eye? Leave. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. I, come on. I. NG. Oh, it's gonna be a different phrase. Cool. Hi, I'm Hugh Bliss. F. Oh man, it shit. Oh man, ugh. Come on, turn on. I was bad. Chip says, I'm Hugh Bliss. Shmup says, thank you so much for quitting your smoking addiction. You know how much we all love you, oh woo. Oh man, it was the mistakes in the second round. I blame those. You had to do like a perfect run. This one was also annoying. Yeah, I'm satisfied now. What's the calendar though? Please touch the benefits you want to see. Oh. You need to unlock all these? Already within 20 minutes of your final cigarette, your body should be experiencing higher levels of oxygen, which leads to a better heart rate and lower blood pressure. This is the first step in increasing your general well-being. Isn't it great that you can rapidly notice some real benefits even if you smoked for more than 26 years? In the weeks to come, I propose that we meet each other to take a look at those improvements. For the first week, we will meet every day. I'll get back to you with these. Maybe. Maybe. So yeah, that's it. Chris says, I'm Bliss Hugh, and I'm running for senator. Trebek says, I like how it has a message specifically for people who beat the campaign. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so that was it. That was my Stop Smoking Coach with Alan Carr and Knuckles. Proudly made by Ubisoft, who put their like fancy logo into this game. So yeah, thanks. That was a lot. Chris, what the fuck? Chip says, I just noticed Hugh is also a pun on Hugh, as in H-U-E. Shmup says 14k eggs. Well, that's good. You're going well. So yeah. Oh, oop. You're not getting camera. You're not getting camera. You're getting camera. Ooh, spooky. You're getting light. Ooh. But no. But yeah, Chris says, with all new Funky Kong mode, these buttons are very dangerous. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you very much for coming. I will be back on Monday with a new game. In fact, it's gonna be the game that I got in Christmas. Yeah. Chip says, enjoy your new addiction, free life. I love how that actually on my screen it cuts off like enjoy your new addiction, and then you scroll down to free life. Strikeback says, see you Monday. Shmup says, I just restarted Persona 1 and I just noticed the teacher has huge jugs. Okay, that's it. Have a good night, have a good evening, afternoon, day, morning, or whatever you have on your side of the planet, and I'll be seeing you again very soon. Man, I have memorized that now. Yeah. Alright. So, yeah, this was Rick, that weasel that you know. Signing off. Chip says, bye, weasel. Shmup says, bye, Ricky, I love you very much. Chibata says, have a good night. Alright then, see you later. And thanks to Alan for the drawings again. Chris says, good night, everybody. Alright, see ya. Bye. Alan says, Uwu, you're proud of what you've done. Okay, bye.